Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, we are from group 10. The member are me, Jenny Madana Selayan, and there are Rocky Arya Pradika, Repiza Iqwilda Windari, and the last is Nisi Apriliani. Here we will explain about the quantum learning. We will tell you about it peer by peer and one by one, so you can easily to understand about our topic. So I hope you can watch the video till the end. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for moderator. I am Refiza Iqwilda Windari as a speaker one. I want to explain about the definition of quantum learning. In general, quantum learning is a trick, a guide, a strategy, and an entire learning process that can shape an understanding and memory and make learning as a fun and rewarding process. Quantum is method in the effort of Sergei Lozanov, a Bulgarian educator. He did experiment he called suggestology. The principle is suggestion can and do affect the outcomes of the learning situations, and any details give positive or negative suggestion. In the early stage of development, quantum learning method is intended to help improve the success of the life and career to teenagers at home. But over time, people want the portal to hold quantum learning programs for parents. This suggests that the philosophy and methodology of learning are general, not especially intended for teachers in school. And the next is definition quantum learning by expert. The first is according to Porter and Hamachi. Quantum learning is a set of learning methods and philosophies that are proven effective in school and business for all types of people and all ages. And the second is according to D.E. Porter and Hamachi. Quantum learning combines suggestology, accredited learning techniques, and NLP or neuro-linguistic programs with our own theory of belief and methods, including concepts from various theories and other learning synergies such as first, right or left brain theory, second, 3-in-1 brain theory, third, choice of modality, fourth, the theory of multiple intelligence, 5, holistic education or comprehensive, 6, learning based on experience, 7, learning with symbols, and the last, simulation or games. And the next, Nesi Apriliana will be explain about the concept of quantum learning.
Okay, thank you for Refiza Iqwilda Windari, and the next I will explain about the concept of quantum learning. The concept of quantum learning for tips on designing, helping, or changing the effective and optimal learning process, including tips in dealing with factors that support the learning process. Along with the learning process, that is no less important is what is contained in the teacher. In terms of quantum learning, teaching from the learning environment to teacher body language layout to teacher attitudes, from papers sent by teachers to lesson plan, all send message about the purpose of learning. Along that path, teachers will easily educate students both in the form of leadership, mentoring, and and facilitating students towards greater awareness and knowledge. If this can be done, students will reach new understandings that are useful in dealing with the problems at hand, resulting in the dynamics of human learning as learners. In concept, quantum learning have many other important factors such as effective applications, friendly learning environment, leadership, communication skill, and gaining higher mental skills. Concept quantum teaching is the learning process realized by providing backgrounds and strategies to improve the learning teaching process and make this process more fun. In this manner, students the power to achieve as much success as possible, and it also allows teachers to develop their skills. In the concept of quantum learning, it is able to create students' interaction and activity so that students' abilities, talent, and potential can develop, which in turn can increase learning achievement by removing learning barriers through the use of appropriate methods and tools, so that students can learn easily. In the quantum learning process, there is an enlightenment and empowerment and the learning community, so that teachers and students who are involved in the learning process both feel happy and work together to achieve maximum results. Thank you. And back to moderator.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will explain about the procedure of quantum learning. Quantum learning have some procedure that must fulfill if we want to make it to the quantum learning. And here there are six procedure of quantum learning. Okay, I will tell the first is, before we want to talk about the procedure of quantum learning, I want to tell you about the main figure. The main figure of this method of learning is Bobby the Porter. He is the developer of quantum learning. So now I will tell you about what is the step of quantum learning. Okay, the first is there is grow. The means of grow here is grow your interest, motivations, empathy, sympathy, and self-esteem, and satisfactory. You must say, is my saving grace and take advantage of students' life. And then the second is natural. Natural here, it means that presents your general experience that can be understood by all of students. So you can share your general experience so that all of your students can understand and easily to understand about your experience. And then the third is name it. It means that provide keywords, concept, models, formula, and some strategy that make your students can get the keywords from your learning. And then the fourth is there is demonstrate. It means that provide opportunities for students to demonstrate that they know and remember. Each student has different ways to study of completely the words. It means that demonstrate, the students can demonstrate what they get from the teacher. That the means of the demonstrate. And next, the fifth is repeat. As you know, repeat is you have to repeat your material. It means that show students ways to repeat material and insist, I know and I did know it and I did know it all, as well as provide it. So it means you have to repeat all of your material to make your students remember about your material. And the last is about celebrate. The main celebrate here is recognitions for completions. It means that if your quantum learning was complete, you can celebrate, or you can give some gift maybe, and acquisitions of knowledge. So here, if your goal of or your material or your learning have done, you can celebrate it with your students. So it's make your students more spirit to study again. So that's the procedure of quantum learning.
Thank you so much for Nancy Apriliani. I'm Rocky Arapardika as the first speaker in this section. And I will explain about the tutorial of quantum learning in speaking skill. But before I explain you more deeper about the quantum learning, I will explain what is speaking first. So speaking is a process of communication that connects between speaker and listener. And between listener and speaker, they are connected with each other and understand one each other. So the purpose of teaching speaking is to improve the oral production of the student and the teacher. Firstly, and Davidson said that there are 5 component skill in speaking skill. Firstly is pronunciation. The second one is grammar. The third is vocabulary. And the fourth is fluency. And the fifth is comprehension. And the material that we will discuss in this section is about persuasive text. But before I explain you deeper about the persuasive text, I will explain you about what is the procedure that we will use in this section, and it'd be better if I explain you about the procedure during the class between the student and the teacher during the class and doing something. There are some procedures that the teacher can use when the teacher want to explain about the persuasive text. Use quantum learning in the class. Firstly is growing. It means to grow the student's learning process with provide the student and the view that of the teacher in a manner with the student's views. And the second one is experience. It means create or bring a common experience that the teacher and the student can understand all of the student about the material when the teacher explain the material well. And the next is naming. It means it's in person in the material. The teacher should give the student like a model, like a formula, like contents, concept, and etc. With the using method, like using media, like a PowerPoint or a Carter, and etc. And the next is demonstrate. It means student must demonstrate what the teacher say of the learning being things that can be matter about the student can understood, and then the student can master well about the teacher. For example, when the teacher explain about something, the student must master what does the teacher say and what does the teacher teaching when they are in front of the class. And the next is repeat. It means after the teacher explains something, and then the student must repeat what the teacher say. For example, like if the teacher explains about the function of the persuasion, after the teacher asks you about what is the function of persuasion, and then the student must answer it what is the function of the persuasive sentences. And the next is celebrate. It means an effort. When you can answer it the question well, and then the teacher should give me an effort like celebrate when you can answering the question well, and then your other friends can make him give applause to you because you can answer the question well. And the next is the application of persuasive text using quantum method based on speaking skill. Firstly is growing. It means in this section, before the teacher explain about the persuasive text, the teacher must explain what is the meaning of persuasive itself. And the teacher can use media like PPT, video, cartoon, and sticky image, and etc. And the next is experience. It means that in this section, before the teacher explain about the persuasive text, the teacher must ask about the student about your experience related to the persuasive text before the teacher explain about what is the real meaning of the persuasive text. And the next is naming. In this section, the teacher asks about their experience that related to the persuasive text right now. And the third is demonstrate. It means after they explain about the experience, And then the teacher should ask about the student tell about their story related about the possessive text right now. For example, like in the past, they are ever look for the slogan or maybe like a notice in the road. And the next is repeat. After the teacher asks about the student to tell about the story, about the experiences between the recording about the possessive text and then the repeat text, the student for the other student can be repeat about the what is their friends say about the something. And the next is celebrate. It means this is the last step, and it means that the teacher should give a applause and a grade for the student who can answering well. And for example, like if the student can answer it for the question well, so the teacher and other student can give him applause and give good excellent for the attitude. And that's all about the explanation. And the next is back to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay guys, so that's all the video or the material that can be presented on this video. I hope you can get the advantage of this material of quantum learning, and I know there is some mistakes in our video, so I said sorry if there's some mistakes, and I say thank you very much for your full attention to us because you have watched our video. And the last I said Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.